Hey, nation. Happy dog days of summer as we're recording this. It's darn hot here in Austin. That doesn't even make the news. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm with an executive over at PC Matic, Shaler Hauser. Shaler, how you doing? Did I get that name right?
Yeah, you got it right. I go by Shay, but yeah, my LinkedIn is Shaler Hauser, and it's one of those family names that's been handed down forever and ever, and it's just one of those things. So a unique name.
Yeah. Well, let's have a little fun before we get into it. So you're in South Carolina. I'm assuming you're feeling the heat. August is it's pretty hot here, dude.
Yeah, dude, I typically walk a lot, but I have to get out early in the mornings to get on my walk because it's going to be 96 degrees with ridiculous humidity today, and yeah, it's just too hot to walk at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it is. I swim, which there's nothing finer than lap swimming outdoors at Real Feel 103. It's gorgeous. It's just
Sure,
gorgeous. Um,
good for you.
but hey, moving on. So I'm linking. I've linked off to your LinkedIn profile. But in your own words, what's your background? What do you do at PC Matic?
Yeah, sure. I mean, look, Harry, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a startup founder. I've done six companies over the last 35 years, two in venture capital and four operating companies. I've built high-speed broadband networking company, raised a couple of $100 million, filed to
Oh,
take that public on April 14th, 2000, and went through the dot-com boom and the dot-com bust. Then did a telecommunications equipment distribution company. I built that up for 5 years and sold it to publicly held black box network services. Then I built a channel-only cloud computing platform called Green Cloud Defense. We built Green Cloud for 10 years, sold it to Tiger Infrastructure Partners in December 2021. That's now known as 1111 Systems. We were the
okay.
platform company of the original 1111 systems. And then also did a digital health company, built that company up for 4 years and merged it with a private equity backed group in Dallas back in 2023. And then did another venture fund in 2023. And I had been investing that fund over the last 3 years, fully invested it last year, and then got introduced to Rob Chang. And one thing led to another, and I found myself as CEO of PC Matic in February of this year. So I'm pretty fresh and new and trying to bring, a little bit different perspective to PC Matic and the channel. I'm a channel guy 100% through and through. We built Green Cloud from scratch to 30 million ARR exclusively through MSPs. So I'm an MSP guy. That's what I know and what I love to do.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good business model. Always has been. Man, it survived. I back in the day, but I was impressed, I guess, at how resilient the MSP business model with recurring revenue is back in the '07, '08 crash. Like we really didn't feel it. Now there was a little bit of a lag effect, as CNBC would say. Some of our guys felt it about 2011, maybe 12, but here we are, right? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, it's a good business model. So, we're talking in rehearsal, but I feel like I didn't see y'all for a while. I have my analyst hat on and I go to shows. And in fact, I met you just recently at the GTIA ChannelCon show in San Diego. And so that's part of what I do. So, welcome back. But what's going on? It seems like you might have stop to catch your breath in the channel.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. I mean, I think we went into the channel a couple of years ago with no experience, quite frankly, in the channel. The company had traditionally been a consumer and small office, home
Yeah.
office type perspective, and we had never really done channel. And we jumped into the channel with both feet and spent over $1 million annually for a couple of years building out, the trade shows, the exhibitions, the team and whatnot, and didn't see a quick return on investment. And I think at that point, really wanted to hone in the business on what was most profitable and chose to do that and really generated really solid profits over a number of years and continue to do that today. We're a debt-free $20 million a year business
Oh, no
and
kidding.
generate a lot of cash. So it's a beautiful business. It's an incredible business. But, Rob brought me on board in February. And as I mentioned earlier, my background is channel. That's all I've ever done. And we're really laser focused on building a channel strategy. That's why we were at the GTIA event. That's why we've done a few other events here recently. We're doing a lot of local events. And, we're building the budget for 2027 to figure out what more national events we're going to do. But I can tell you today, Harry, we have 375 MSP partners that have over 40,000 endpoints under management through our platform. So we never left the MSP space. We probably could have done a better job of marketing to the MSPs and supporting the MSPs, and that's what I'm going to bring to the equation.
Yeah, two thoughts. One is your storytelling about your early entry into the channel. First of all, you're not alone with your observation about spending money in events and so on. What I'm hearing daily, it's become a chorus from sponsors, is events in the MSP space or the big boys are freaking expensive, and they're like, I can't make money. You're a relatively modestly priced product. I bought it. I bought the VPN component. And, boy, you go to these $70,000 shows and it's like, sheesh. I mean, it's, it feels good. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. It feels good. But, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah. I mean, some of the events when you work in for people and travel and hotel and everything else and sponsorship and just you're looking at, to your point, $70, $80, $90,000. And, the MSP channel, it takes a while to build. It's not something you just enter and then in 12 months you start seeing results. It's something where you've got to invest for the long haul. And I mean like 5 to 7 years. It's a long-term investment, right? And you've got to commit to it. So I think part of what's important is committing the appropriate marketing capital to the budget that you can spend every year for years and years and years to come, not overstepping, not getting too deep in the water, and building something that's methodical and consistent. And for me, consistency is what matters most, and being in front of the
Yeah, I
MSPs
agree.
on a constant basis. 3 or 4 shows every year that we're seeing and we're there, and then building the team that knows how to support the channel and has worked with MSPs in the past. And that's also something that I bring to PC Matic, is being able to access a team of professionals that have built in the channel before. And that's what I'm excited about doing.
Yeah, before I get to product, and then we'll call it good so we can both get back out in the heat. But the thing, and again, I'm a longtime friend of the family. I use your product proudly, and what I like is you don't have any brand damage. And you and I know cyber companies. And I'll name one. I mean, it was pretty famous. Was that 5 or 6 years ago? One of the early ones to get hit was SolarWinds. And, I turned on 60 Minutes on a Sunday in my comfy chair, and they had a story about SolarWinds, getting hit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And now Solar, again, they're my friends, and that was 2 lifetimes ago in tech. So I'll give them that.
Sure.
But, that's the good news is you kind of reinvigorate your presence. You don't have brand damage, man. That's a nice place to start.
It's a great place to be. PC Matic is a 27-year-old business that's been profitable 25 of 27 years. And we built an incredible brand over the last decade. We do, as you know, a lot of TV advertising, social media advertising. We've been very consistent in terms of how we deliver our product and how we take care of the customers. And that's something that's just going to continue to go on. And I think as we build out our brand within the MSP space a little bit better, that, the traction will stick there. It's like anything. It's going to take time, and we're looking for base hits, not grand slams right now.
Yeah. Before we get to product, I concur. My audience would know me as the small business server guy, and I mean this is before the word MSP, and it was damn near before the word the Microsoft Partner Program. And so we started in '97, and I'll tell you, we didn't hit till 2003. I mean,
Wow.
this was a serious, the old Microsoft gets it right on the third try. we we resembled that, and then we hit pretty good. But it is an investment. There is a duration, and so on. Hey, moving over to products. So again, longtime user of the antivirus. A couple weekends ago, I'm a weekend warrior at the keyboard, and I bought your VPN program. I went up on some of the Facebook groups, asked what's going on, and I just there's a button. What is it, Nord or Nordware? I mean, there's several options, sure. And I kind of poked at them, and they were more expensive, and I just wanted to kind of level up, and start using a VPN, and maybe pick other cities, kind of horse around with it. I think I've routed through Seattle in LA for giggles. And thinking about airports, like I it's the car mechanic's car. I probably haven't been as safe as I should be. When you get to the airport, you have an hour, which is fine, but I haven't had a VPN for some of those visits, man.
Yeah.
And but that's a thing that impressed me is your rate of innovation. And I don't know if that message is getting completely out. Hopefully we can start that dialogue with this podcast. But it seems like, you're now at least a portfolio, if not a platform. I mean, you guys are offering other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we lead with our endpoint security product. We use a zero trust protocol, and we use a proprietary whitelist that we've developed, frankly, since 2011. And there's a lot of companies out there that do zero trust whitelist. That's not something new, but we truly believe we're the innovators. We think that Rob Chang, starting that in 2011, was the first to the party about using zero trust. And that's the lead product. We have almost 1 million endpoints today, Harry, under management. So, we're very diverse. We have school districts, we have state agencies, we have enterprises, and we have everything in between. Our largest customer has over 12,000 endpoints on us. So we can scale up very large and do it quickly and get it deployed. And our MSPs get to use a tried and true platform that allows them to manage the endpoints in a very simplistic way. Now, to your point, we offer VPNs. We offer my favorite service is our D-list service, which will take your name off of all the, the spam emails and the political phone calls. I use that all the time. I always run that scan to figure out how can I completely block these phone calls that are coming into my cell phone.
I hear you.
In tech support services where we can take care of people's home electronics equipment, that will compete with like a Geek Squad, Best Buy type products. So I mean, we're going to continue to innovate and add new products. And we think that as long as we build a great portfolio of products and take care of the customers, that we'll ultimately win. And, we've been a privately held company the whole time. We've never raised outside capital. So we've been profitable 25 of 27 years and just done an amazing job building this out. But, Rob is a product innovator. That's what he is great at, is innovating a product. And I can tell you, he's got 2 products under development right now that are super exciting. One's an add-on to the VPN, and then the other is a file sharing product that we hope to release in Q4 this year that's being tested right now.
Yeah, well, end on that, and Rob's a good guy. I mean, he's got some personality, but that. So, Shay, thanks for your time, and we're going to check in. And after the first of the year, I'll work with your team. We'll check in 6 months.
That'd be fantastic. I'd love to do it, Harry. This has been great. I appreciate the time, and thanks for your interest in being a customer at PC Matic. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
All right. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yep.